A16z, the largest crypto venture capital fund, has just released their 60-page crypto state of play report. And I've just read through the whole thing, and I'm going to give you my 5 key takeaways so you don't have to read through the whole report. You're going to get everything you need to know in this update. I hope you're enjoying the green weeks. We've seen a massive growth in the first 3 weeks of crypto. Bitcoin's up 100%. But today we're going to really zoom out and understand where we are in the market cycle. Is this just a dead cat bounce? Will we be testing the lower lows, or will we be continuing to grow and continue this market in the trajectory that we have been for the start of this year? Let's jump into it. It was a really interesting report. A16z are one of the most respected venture funds in the globe. They raised about $4.5 billion last year for their fund. Actually, it might have been even 2 years ago now. And they're deploying pretty regularly into the crypto space, and they've put out this report. So where I am right now, Bitcoin's just a tick over $30,000, the highest it's been since June 2022. But we want to really zoom out and look at the fundamentals. Now, we've got this thing called the State of Crypto Index, a really fascinating index that brings together some different metrics that's not just price related, because price related is something that, the price moves once momentum starts happening, once builders are building, once people start buying. Price is the last thing to occur. It's a metric that we track post activity, right? It's the result of the activity. So what are the activities that are playing out right now? Well, this index tracks things like the active developers in the Web3 space, contracts deployed, so that's people and developers pushing out new code, active addresses, so the amount of people active within the crypto ecosystem, how many people are buying and selling, the amount of fees paid on the transaction network, so that's how we generate revenue, especially on Ethereum, as and Bitcoin, etc. As you use your transactions, fees are generated. The DEX volume, so decentralized exchanges and their volumes on those exchanges, and also the stablecoin volume. So this is just tracking a few things, a lot more stuff that it does track. But you can see here over the last month, we're up about 11% on this index, and you can look to see where we sort of have been over the last 3 years, and it hasn't been too far off. I guess the things that have been moving is price, and that's why we always say that it's important to step back and understand where we are in the cycles, because crypto hasn't gone anywhere. And once people realize that this space isn't dead and they know that there's actually been things building, well, that's when the result of the activity comes back, and that's where we get price increase. So my 5 key takeaways, what are they? Number 1, well, the blockchain users are growing, and gaming is a huge reason why. We know there was so much venture capital invested into the gaming space, and there's so much transaction volume happening on these gaming networks. In fact, 23 times more transaction volume on Web3 games than transactions on DeFi. Sorry, not volume, just transactions in total. So there's obviously a massive ecosystem of gamers, and as we generate more gaming in the space, AAA games that people actually want to play and they're entertaining, people will come across, and all of a sudden they get to earn real money, and they can earn real NFTs within those games and sell those on a marketplace and actually generate an income. And that's why it's so exciting, this Web3 space. I think we're being able to interoperability, the blockchain, buying assets and having a marketplace so other people can buy and sell on top, which is super exciting. Number 2, the core reason why we're here, and that's the developers are building, and they're building things that people actually want, right? And that's been one of the biggest, question marks around a lot of the crypto space, around what actually is the problems we're solving with this technology. I think there's 90 to 95% of tokens are going to zero, but we have seen that a lot of developers continue to build out these projects, and we can track this through the contracts that are deployed on chain. So over 30,000 developers contributed or built on crypto projects last month alone, which is an absolute bucket load of developers. And if you're trying to create your own crypto project now, you're probably realizing how difficult it is to get development talent. That's because it is very hard to come by. But as we know, building takes time. We need to find product market fit. These companies and startups need to find homes where they can actually solve real world problems. When they do that, customers come in, they build, they use it, and the projects grow. Now, every year or every 4 years, we see the cycles grow larger and larger. So we know that crypto runs in 4-year cycles, right? Every 4 years, we have the halving, and we have these psychological things that occur around, the supply being decreased, demand coming increase as it comes into mainstream narrative. But those cycles continue to grow larger and larger. So as we saw the chart I was just showing you here, the baseline, the average that we hit the bottom of continues to grow. So things like whether it's price, social media, activity, funding, everything continues to grow year after year. In fact, Bitcoin is one of the best performing asset classes on the planet. It compounds at over 100% year on year, right? So if you're just to sit and hold in Bitcoin over the last 10 years, you would beat every hedge fund on the planet. But people get caught up in the short-term cycles. They buy at the wrong time. They follow poor advice. They buy crappy altcoins. The market goes down 60% and they sell. And this happens over and over and over again. And we can see this on the on-chain metrics that The dumb money comes in, they buy at the top, they sell at the bottom, and the smart money, the people that have been around for a long time, the people that we teach here at Collective Shift, know that's the time to swoop in. We've started buying as of December. We put that out to our members that now was the right time to buy, and we're up 100% in 3 months. Tell me one other asset class on the planet that you can have that much conviction in because you know these cycles happen, because 90% of the people buying and investing in this space don't know what they're doing. Now, the blockchains are really scaling. So there's a lot of blockchains out there, and I've been pretty vocal on this on Twitter recently around there's so many blockchains out there, all competing to do similar things. They all have pros and cons and way-offs that we all need to understand, but creating applications that actually, again, solve real-world problems is the next step to push away this sort of speculative use case of blockchains and actually build real-world utility. Things like NFTs, things like DeFi, things like dApps, protocols, things that we can build on top of these blockchains that actually give us value, not just there as this kind of Web3 marketing, word that we raise a bunch of money for, but no one uses, right? And I think about investing in a really fundamental way, and that's understanding why you'd want to buy something like a business, what problem does it solve, how does it solve it, and how does it make money? And I believe a lot of the blockchains out there aren't focusing on that. They're focusing on the tech, which is amazing. You need to do that, but then you also need to figure out product market fit. And that's where I think a lot of these blockchains and projects lack. And it's why I think 90 to 95% of this space will go to zero. Now, my fifth and final takeaway from the A16z Crypto Report is that brands continue to explore NFTs. We're seeing some major brands enter this space over the last 2 or 3 years. Biggest ones for me that have executed really well: Starbucks and Reddit, Tiffany & Co., Nike, Adidas. I own one of the Nike NFTs. I actually got my NFT clothing arrived this morning by mail, which is super cool. So these brands are really pushing the boundaries of Web3. And Nike are one of the people, like Nike and Adidas, I think are the leaders in society and culture. And for those people that aren't necessarily outside of the tokenized crypto world, like NFTs are a evolution of culture and music and communities and memberships. And this is why I think this space is going to continue to blow up, and it's going to bring everything around the crypto ecosystem with it. So it's going to be super exciting to see how more brands monetize in the years to come. So TLDR, every cycle, crypto continues to grow, right? It's important that if you're in crypto and you're down, don't panic. This happens time and time again, and we will come out of this cycle. The space continues to grow. I haven't left to go join the AI crowd. I'm here. I have conviction. I have done for the last 7 years. I continue to buy every week, and we continue to teach people why it's important to invest with the right strategies in crypto to set yourself up for success. Because if you don't have the right strategies, or you're still barreling in like you did in the previous years, we don't believe you're going to succeed in the next bull market, because I think a lot of things are going to change fundamentally around where the value is going to accrue and what sectors are going to win and what sectors aren't going to win. So if you want some help with that and you'd like some one-on-one strategies around the latest research we have in crypto, you can book a one-on-one call. You can just head to collectiveshift.io/strategy. You can book a call and you can get on a call with one of our team, and we can walk you through some of the questions you have with your portfolio. We can take a look at what you're looking at, help with any questions around altcoins or sectors that we like, making sure you have the right strategy set up for success, because we believe over the next 12 to 24 months, it's going to be a super exciting time. And if you're not ready to book a call yet, we also have a weekly insights newsletter, the weekly Shift Insights. It's an amazing free newsletter. You get one piece of actionable crypto insights per week without the sales BS. You can sign up to that at collectiveshift.io/newsletter. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed. My name is Ben, and I'll see you next week on the Collective Shift YouTube channel. Bye-bye.